Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, is it got a special name, or can I just find you under Helen Reid?
Yeah, it's under Capitalized Wellness, but I'll share it with you a bit later, all right? So we're just
Yay.
on.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, guys. So we're going to do a gentle, more of a gentle beginners class. So we'll just get our body moving with some warm up. I'm just going to flip my screen here. Cool. So I can see everyone good. So we're going to do a full body. We're going to mix it up and backwards. We're going to mix it up with a bit of upper body, lower body, some core work, some body weight, some weights. One arm forward, one arm back. Good. Some gentle twists, swaying the arms. We're going to do a couple of warm-up exercises that just get our body into the feel of what we're doing today. So we're going to come to the back of our mats. All right, so just says step it forward into an inchworm. So we drop the hands, step it out into an inchworm. So we pause there, switch on the belly muscles, squeeze the butts. And what we'll try and do is bring our right foot outside of our right hand, our left foot outside of our left hand. It's coming into like a yogi, a really wide yogi squat here. All right, just using the elbows to gently open up the knees. All right, get some length through our groin muscles, taking the hands back down, taking the feet back, and then walking it back up gently. So we'll do 4 more of these. Squeezing the butts. There's no problems with the knees being bent, especially if it's first time you're moving your body this morning. So coming down, nice and gentle at your own pace. And taking it through. Good. And walking it back up. Coming up nice and tall. Core nice and tight. 3 more. 3 more. I love a nice wide stance. It really opens up my hips. Check it through. Bring it back. Good. 2 more. Slowly on pace here. There's no rush. You often find when we're exercising that we need to rush. We actually don't need to rush. Slow is trendy. It's good for the body. Bring it down. And last one there. Walking it through and bringing it back up. Good. So we're going to do 30-second rounds. We've got 3 exercises that we're going to play around with today that will work front of legs, back of legs, front of like a chest, back muscles. So what we'll do is we'll start off with a lunge and a press, and these lunges with a press will help work our shoulders as well. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to take a reverse lunge. So stand at the top of our mat, bring it down, all the way down, press up, both arms, control, okay, and then bring it all the way back. Squeeze those butts. That's our first exercise. Our second exercise will be a deadlift. So get our chin to our toes. We crawl the weights up out the front of our shins, so that's nice and flat. And from there, we'll go into a high pull. So bring the weights up over the shoulders. So bring it down. So with those, carry, you probably want to grip them that particular way. Okay, so you want to grip if you've got weight plates, but you've got a dumbbell there, so you can use one dumbbell there and lift up. All right, and our third exercise will be knees over hips. And what we're doing is we're just pushing our hands into our knees into our hands to work our core. So 30 seconds, 10-second break. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So the lunge first. So if you've got one weight, just take it back and press. Okay. And take it forward and take it back and press. Good. So take it back. You want to try and keep your knees square here. Squeeze the butts. Press or press. Or if you've got one, we press. All right, and take it back and press. All right, good. Let's get one more each side. One more each side. And rest there. We're going to do a quick swap over into our deadlifts. So let's go with the deadlift. Lift it up and then go into your high pull or your inverted row. Keeping your back nice and flat, squeeze the butts. Good, nice, good form. Keep good form. So do it the other way. What we want to do, carry is like that. So we're working our upper back muscles. Good. Nice work. Last 5 seconds. 2 seconds. And rest there. Coming onto the ground. So with this one, we'll put our knees over our hips. And what we're doing is we're just pressing for 5 seconds and holding. So knees into the hands pressing away and rest. We're going to come up onto our shoulder blades, press for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, belly tight and rest. And one more, ready, lifting up, press, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and rest. Good job. All right, so we'll go again. So we've got the lunge, we reverse lunge, and we press up. We've got our deadlifts into our high pulls or inverted rows, and just our core. So with that press, you're really trying to squeeze the hand into the knees and the knees into the hand. All right, going in about 5 seconds. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so we step it back, good, extend, nice. Step it up, step it back, extend, good, elbows tucked in, squeeze the butts, extend, nice work. All right, you've got your own pace, we've got 15 seconds. Let's keep breathing, we're gonna make sure we're breathing, don't hold the breath. Come down nice and steady, there's no rush. 3 to go here, 2 to go, and rest. Nice, deadlifts into our high pulls. I'll just show it this way. So back's flat, chin's at length of my toes. I lift, I squeeze my butt, elbows up nice and tall, and I squeeze my upper back muscles here. So it's like I'm trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together. Good. Nice length in the hamstrings, back of the legs. Last 3 seconds. 2 to go. And rest. Put the weights aside, knees over hips. Coming down, line it up. Hands onto the kneecaps. Ready, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out and lift. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, and one more, ready, and let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, push, push, and release. Good work. Right, on the next one, so I'll do two round 2 different exercises. We're going to point our toes out so we come down into a sumo squat. Hold the weight like so. So we go sumo squats. So chest up, all right, and then all the way over the head. Now you can do it another way and punch it out if you like and stay low, okay? Or we can bring it into our chest and take it out if you want to work the chest muscles. So that's the first one. The second one is we have a hip raiser. So we lift up. We'll take the weight over our heads, into our chest, and come back down. Okay, so what the back of the legs there, the butt, the chest, the back of the arms. So that's our second exercise. And our third one, we're going to come into a plank. And what we do is we drop our hip to the left side and then our hip to the right side. All right, so the hip drops on a plank to work the pull. All right, you ready? Cool. Sumo squats, Press, let's go. Toes pointing out. Squeeze the inside of the thighs and lift. Good. Squeeze and lift. Nice work, guys. Oh, I should say nice work, carry. Good. Squeeze that butt. Extend the arms. Nice and controlled. Breathe. Get the reps up. Make sure they're quality reps. Nice. Good work. Okay, straight onto our backs. Coming to that hip raise. Ready? Let's go. So we lift, weight up, trying to reach it over the back of our heads. So this works the upper back muscles as well. Front of shoulders, back of shoulders, forearms. And as we bring the weight back into our chest, we can lower our hips as well. Just make sure that your knees aren't collapsing out. You want your knees to be parallel to each other like train tracks. And rest. Coming into our forearm plank. Forearm plank. Hands or elbows directly underneath the shoulders. I'll just show this on the side so you can see me. Okay, we drop and then drop. Abs nice and tight. So all I'm doing is twisting, or I shouldn't say twisting, dropping through my hip. Good. Up onto the toes here. Again, hands are parallel. You're pushing the ground away from you. Pushing the ground away. Good. And rest. Nice work. We've got a second round. Ready. We're going in about 15. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we've got the sumo squats. Toes pointing out, get nice and low, good, and press it up over the head. Nice and gentle. Make it flow. Good. Make it dance. Squeeze the butt. Keep the chest up. Belly nice and tight. We're engaging the core all the time. This is what gives us a strong core. Good. Keep pushing. You're doing great. Doing great. Get one more in. Rest. Nice. Quick swap over. Let's go. Lift those hips. Weight up over the back of the head. Lift up and bring it into the chest, dropping the hips gently. Squeeze the butt when you lift those hips into your bridge position. Keeping the elbows tucked in close to the ears when you're trying to lift the weight over your head. Doesn't matter how far you get to the ground, just lifting it over helps work the upper back, the traps, the muscles around the neck, and release. Let's go into our forearm plank with our hip chops. Ready? Let's go. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. Abs really nice and tight. Want to keep them controlled. Breathe. We've got 15 seconds left here. Keeping the back nice and flat. Come up and down for a little rest as you need to. 5 seconds. Keep strong here. And relax. Have a drink. Good, so grab your mats. What we're going to do now is do a little bit of core work, core cardio. All right, so we're going to start on our backs. I'm going to go for reps this time. All right, so start on our backs. Okay, just going to talk you through it. So knees over the hips, hands out nice and long. We'll incorporate core movements with some yoga moves. So we want our toes pointing up towards the ceiling, heels and knees, so they're parallel. We don't want legs up. We want them to be even to our knee height, okay? Good. So drop your heels a little bit there. Heels down, toes up. Okay, so we're coming over to the right side. Lift. Exhale over to the left side. Lift. Inhale. Okay, so working again the oblique muscles. We did a little bit of this with the hip drops. We've got 5 each side, so we're up to 3. Abs nice and tight. At 2 here. Good. And last one. And at any point, if you need to, you come back into the center, you can bring the knees into the chest, okay, to relax or to get a little bit of decompression in the lower back. Take the knees out. Now, this time we go over to the right, kick the legs out, point the toes away, bring them back in, center, over to the left, kick them out, core tight, and bring them into the center. Controlled moves here is what's going to build up that core capacity, that core strength. So not in a rush. I'm going to really try and lift that pelvic floor muscle and bring it back into the center. Gently drop the feet to the ground. And again, if you need to, you can drop knees to one side and then to the other side just to release a little bit. So bringing the hands now by the side, taking right foot up, left foot up, hands behind the neck. If your neck's sore, you can put hands on the chest or just leave them down by your side. Okay, so we're going to toe tap the right foot down and lift, left foot down and lift. And then we're bringing up our chest towards our knees into a sit-up. And then release. Toe tap right, toe tap left, and then lift, release. Good. Try and keep the elbows wide. Okay, so you're lifting with the chest. Good. So we've got our third one here. Let's go up to 8. Making sure that your knees aren't too far. Good. Yep. It's good alignment there. And lift. 4 more to go. Lift. Good. Tap, tap, and lift. Last 3. Controlled movements here. 2 to go. Lift. Last one. Lift. Knees into the chest when you're done. Little gentle circles over your lower back, just giving yourself a little massage. Right, bringing your knees out and down to the ground gently. Hands by your side. We're going to lift up into a hip raiser. So we breathe in, breathe out, lift, curl, really controlled. Hold it up the top. And then release. So we'll do 3 bridge lifts. Lift. Up the top, squeeze the bar, breathe in. And as you breathe out, you release. Good. And then one more. Lift. And release. Good job. Taking the hands behind the head. Take the knees up over the hips again. We're going to bring up the right elbow into the left knee. So like a bicycle sit up. And then release. And bring it up onto the right side. And release. Left side. And release. Right side. And release. So we kick the opposite leg long to be parallel above the ground. And again, controlled. Control the movement. Squeeze the abs. We've got 3 more each side. Do what you can. Breathe. Last 2. Last 1. Gentle release. Knees into the chest. Little circles if you need to, or you can take your feet down and just drop right to left. Just to decompress through, that's fine. Good. Bring the legs back into the center. Hands by the side, or you can pop them underneath. Just pop them gently underneath your bum. Taking the feet long, and we lift the legs up into a double sit up. Then point the toes out and bring them about 15 degrees out and over the hips. We just do little figure of 8s. So So we're drawing with our toes, little figure of eights, keeping the belly, the lower belly really engaged here. The whole core engaged, but you can feel this for your lower belly. So we're going to go 4 in the clockwise direction and stop at the top, and then 4 in an anti-clockwise direction. Good. Breathe. Breathe. And when you've done that, gently release into your belly. All right, taking your knees over, just dropping them to one side to get a bit of a supine stretch. So if you're on your right side, left arm nice and long, and you can gently gaze over your left shoulder. And then into the center, and over to the other side, and gaze. And into the center, and just sit cross-legged if you can, and come up onto your belly. Putting your hands or your elbows underneath your shoulders and by your side here. Going to lift up into a sphinx. So lifting up into a sphinx here. Good. Feeling that stretch. Curling your toes under. Right, and then lifting up into a plank. Good. Push the ground away with your hands. Good. And tap your right toe out to the right side. Bring it into the center. Tap it out again. Center. Tap it out again. 5 on the right side. Good. And 5 on the left side. Good. Come on, you got this. You got this. You can do this. Even if you've got to drop to your knees, right? So if you're dropping to your knees there, and then just point, drop, point, drop, point, drop, point, and relax. Bring it down. Hands by your side, and gently lift, just stretching out those abs. Good. Looking up. And bringing it down into a child's pose. Relaxing here for a minute. Lifting up into a tabletop. So do some cat-cows, so we can just stretch out the belly, and our upper back, and our chest. So with the breath in, we push through the hands, looking up towards our ceiling, towards the sky. With the exhalation, we lift, retract our shoulders, curl our upper back. And do that a few times. Third one. And just come into a neutral back. Gently walk your hands back. Go into some stretching. So take your left leg out nice and long. In front of you, hands on top of your knees. Hands on top of your knees. And then gently push away. Gently push away, good. Just feeling that stretch through your right hip into your right hip flexor. And then taking the leg long. Okay, and just walk the hands down towards the ankle, feel the stretch to the back of our leg. Try to lift up out of the hips, reaching the head, trying to reach the head over the toes. And gently coming out of that, swapping sides, taking the left leg down, right leg forward, coming first into that deep hip flexor stretch and then lift. Coming into that half split, so leg long, just try to walk the hands down to wherever they might go. If you want to stretch the back of the calves, back of the hamstrings. Using a breath, use your breathing to try and get a little bit deeper. And then coming out of that, gently we'll do a little bit of shoulder stretching. So work our shoulders, So take our arm over to the left side. Press it in, trying to move that shoulder that way. Right. Good. And swapping sides. Interlace the fingers up. Stretch over to the right. Feel that stretch through the armpit, through the side body. Inhale into the center. Stretch over to the left. Inhale, intertwine the fingers behind the back. Try and push your chest up. And release. Just give me a sec, we'll pop the video off and then we can have a quick chat. Thanks everyone for that's been watching. Join the other sessions. See you soon.